What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Slade here, and today I've got some really big news for you guys. Before I begin, I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for supporting me. This car would not have everything that it has on it if it wasn't for you guys, so thank you guys again for supporting me, supporting this channel, supporting the car. Let's take a look at this beautiful machinery right here, this beautiful piece of work. Oh my gosh, can't believe what it's looked like from inception up until now. Everyone loves this, by the way. I'm super excited about that. White wheels look fantastic. Don't forget to support the club channel right here. Also, guys, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram too, because I post a lot about the car, about my car club, and what we're going to be doing. So I keep this entertainment flowing for you guys. It's been a long road, and kind of closing the book on this chapter here, and I have stretched the limit to what this car can do for quite a while. I've done everything in my power I possibly could do to modify this beautiful machine right here. Not the BMW in the back, that's my neighbor's. That guy right there, yeah. And don't worry, people have been asking me, oh, you're getting rid of the Sonata, you're getting rid of the Sonata. No, I am not getting rid of the Sonata. Trust me, the Sonata's staying in the family. I'm actually passing this down to my son. He's actually be taking his driving test soon, and he's going to need a car. So what better surprise for him, from me, than to get him his own car. And rather than get rid of it, I do want to keep it in the family, so he's going to get that. And while he's driving that, I'll be driving this right here. I finally picked up my dream spec. This here has been the unicorn, the elusive unicorn, for quite a while for me, for a very long time. For those who know me, they know I've been trying to get this car for a very long time. Now, this right here is the 2010 Hyundai Genesis. This is the 3.8 model, V6, naturally aspirated, and this is also the track model. So I was able to pick this up real cheap. It's got some body damage on it. It needs some love. It's an older car. It's had a couple of drivers. I've been chasing this car for years, like I said. This right here is the first car that I've ever actually pursued that I actually got. Years ago, back when Fast and Furious came out and all of that good stuff, I wanted the Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX. Really tried to get that car. The next car I wanted to get from X-Men was the Mazda RX-8. That didn't work out either. I actually got disrespected from the dealership because when I walked in, the actual account manager looked at me and looked at the salesman and told the salesman, does he look like he can afford this car?
What did he say?
Yeah, he actually said that. So the salesman said, I'm better off just going somewhere else. My wife, played devil's advocate, looked at me and said, yeah, but you really couldn't afford that car at the time. Yeah. So the RX-8 didn't pan out. You get this car right here. When I first saw this car, I said, this is it. This is what I need to be in. I need to figure out a way to make this happen. I actually wanted to get, because this comes in two different versions. This is the BK1 version. The BK2 is actually the one I really wanted to try to get. But I ended up settling for this guy right here. In fact, they're actually very similar. There's not that much difference between the BK1 and the BK2 platform-wise. Both of them had the same engines, minor some differences here and there. The engine on this one is the port injection. It was the BK2. I believe they upgraded to the GDI. So that is gasoline direct injection, and it's putting out roughly probably about 40 to close to 50 more horsepower than this one right here. But off the block, straight from factory, this V6 model is putting out 301 horsepower. That is to the crank, that's not to the wheel. But the 2.0 version, I believe, was putting out around 220 horsepower for the 4-cylinder turbo. I originally was going to get the turbo version, but Facebook Marketplace, man, I tell you, it's crazy. And plus, the turbo platform actually is a little better because you can do more with that version because it is turbo ready. And all you need to do is just upgrade the turbo, upgrade the tune, and that's pretty much it. With this one right here, to get this turbo ready, you need to modify the internals, which is something that we're planning on doing anyway. However, the 3.8, which is what I learned a couple of years ago, Remnant Performance actually came out with the turbo kit for the 3.8 version. So with just a turbo kit and the tune and a couple of minor adjustments here and there, you're running 400 wheel horsepower with just 6 pounds of boost on this one. Can you imagine? Just 6 pounds of boost on this 3.8. You're already approaching 400 horsepower on that. Properly done with forced internals, with everything built out. The stock block itself can handle roughly 525 horsepower, give or take a few. If this thing is built out correctly, the way I know how to get it done, with a proper tune and a turbo kit, this thing be pushing 450 to the wheel. And that may not sound like a lot for you guys here, but in Jersey, in these roads with this police, 400 to 450 wheel horsepower, that's all you need for here. You're not, you know, you're not going to be able to use all. If you got a 650, 700 horsepower car, God forbid you find a place, you know, you're not going to be able to find a place in Jersey where you can use all that horsepower. So this right here is plenty. Plus, I'm looking to build this out into a track car. This right here is Hyundai's first rendition, is Hyundai's first model that they put out in the sports car rear wheel drive. They did have the Hyundai Tiburon, but the Genesis took over from that. And now this is rear wheel drive LSD. This is actually the track model because it comes with Brembo brakes from factory in the front and in the rear. 19-inch alloy wheels. Take a look at the engine. This engine actually isn't that bad at all. The problem with this engine, it does have a spun rod bearing which needs to be changed out. But as a crew for my club project is, we're going to strip this engine apart bit by bit, bolt by bolt, every valve, the pistons, the rods, all of that's going to be changed out. And we're going to rebuild this motor from scratch. New ARP studs, everything is going to be done from scratch. Also, we take a look on the inside. And yes, being that this is the track model, this is manual stick shift. So this is the 6-speed transmission. Oh man, that has no play in it. Like, I'm in gear right now and there's like no play on that at all. Handbrake, so I can finally grip the e-brake again. Nice. Now the difference between the track model and the R-Spec version is the R-Spec does come with only manual. It comes with the red interior seats, the R-Spec seats, and the limited slip differential. The track also has all of that, Brembo brakes and all of that stuff, but it has more of the luxury into it. So we've got the screen right here. We've got heated seats. We've got leather seats interior here. So they replaced the red R-Spec seats, cloth seats, with the or the leather seats, cloth and leather seats. I'm sorry. They replaced that with the leather seats in here, 2-seater in the back. And this is going to be a true track car. So I'm looking to get back into the track again. I had a fun time with the Sonata when I put that down to Englishtown Raceway Park and put it up on the track there. That was a lot of fun. You guys haven't seen that, I'll leave a link right here. Here's a little video clip of what I did while I was on that track. Take a look at that. And if you can imagine everything I've done on that track with this car being a family car, 4-seater, 4-door sedan, 4-cylinder NA, pushing 200 horses to the crank, you know, probably 175, 180 wheel horsepower. This car isn't that powerful, but I built this car to be a show car. This car right here is going to be the monster. This is going to be the speed freak. So everything that I've done to this car, I'm going to do it to this car, but more. So I've already cleaned out my garage. I've already got an area set over here for where we're going to put the engine. I need to get a hoist, get the engine up out of here. I'm going to work with some of the guys. They're going to help me out. This is going to be a whole complete rebuild project of this car right here. We're going to go step by step on what it takes to rebuild this engine. I got to get some of those wheel dollies and put it up on the car, because I actually wanted the car to face the other way, so it'd be easier to get the engine out and just wheel it right up into the garage there. But yeah, forged rods and pistons, new rod bearings, new main bearings, might get new valves. Going to resurface the head, resurface the block. Also going to port and polish both the heads, then set it up with the tune. This thing's going to be a monster. Also going to be working on another wrap design, just like I did Kakashi over here with the Naruto theme. There's another anime that I really follow. Yes, I'm really big into Comic-Con, really big into anime. There's another spec that I want to put up here for the design to wrap this car fully. The wing, I don't know what type of wing I'm going to get. I think I'm leaning more towards a duckbill instead of a wing. I've seen some chassis mounted wings and some swan neck wings on here that look really good, but I don't know yet. I need to see. I still got to figure out what it is that I want to do. But you know, we got some body damage over here. We got to fix that. We got to fix this right here. The interior, there's a rip on the seat right there. It needs some love. It needs a little bit of love here. Also, big shout out to the guy Caden from Facebook Marketplace who I got this from. So I appreciate you very much. You helped make an old man's dream come true. You were actually the only one that reached out to me that actually was very responsive. So appreciate you, man, for helping me out and helping me get this car here. So she's in good hands, man. I'm gonna take care of it. Watch what I do to her. And you may be wondering, why did I pick this particular car right here? Well, I've always been on the underdog side. This car is a true sleeper. In fact, this car was built to rival the G37s, the M series of the BMW, and just from stock, this thing's already pushing horsepower. For its time, this thing was pushing 300 horses for the time it came out in. My wife drives a Q50. She's got the Q50 Lux Edition, the 3.0 twin turbo V6. She's pushing 300 horsepower on that, but she needs twin turbos in order to do that. This doesn't have any turbos. NA is already pushing 300 naturally aspirated. So just imagine if I add the turbo to this, how much power this could actually bring. The front face, I'm not married to the front face of this car. I actually kind of don't really prefer the headlight design. I actually like the BK2 style headlights and the front grille, the front end of the BK2. And in fact, I did a little bit of research and I found out you can actually swap the front end of this car with the BK2 with just a new hood, new headlights, new front bumper, and a new radiator mount. And then you've got yourself a BK2. Pretty much, BK1 to BK2 swap. So let's call it a hybrid between the two. Otherwise, virtually the same car. Same body, same rear. In fact, here's what the rear looks like. Man, I can't wait. This is going to be a very, very fun project. You guys stay tuned as I continue on this build. We're going to get started real soon. This is going to be a long, drawn out. This is going to be a course over a few episodes. So you guys stay with me. Let me know what you think. I'm really excited about this car. I'm very, very happy that I'm finally able to achieve this dream of getting this car right here. I've been chasing this a very long time. And like I said, this is the very first car that I've actually pursued that actually ended up in my driveway. And my boys are happy for me, all my friends, everyone's super excited. I'm really happy about this. So don't worry, you're staying right here. You're not going anywhere. I actually got to do some maintenance on you because the airbags are messing up on me and it's pissing me off. But let's get you ready to get handed down to my boy, and then we'll get started on this beast right here. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys for supporting me. So I always say, love what you do what you love, take care of your beard. So you guys stay tuned for more. I'll catch you in the next one.